We live. All right. Welcome. Back again, once again, time and time again, my friends. And you know what time it is. It is Monday, December the 12th. And here over on this channel, every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays in between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I host just a short live stream, just keeping you updated on the direction that the market is heading, just from a higher time frame perspective over the next few days, the direction that the market may be heading towards, just to give you a little insight or a little edge on how you can use that to help yourself trade over the next coming days. So first off, make sure you are subscribed with the post notifications turned on. That way you do not miss an live stream, an upload, or anything I do over here on this channel. You want to make sure you get notified whenever I do go live. That way you don't miss anything that I may cover early on. You don't have to go back and rewatch it. You'll just simply get a notification at the top of your screen. Go ahead and tap it and you can join straight on in. With all due said, that's pretty much it, man. Go ahead and drop a thumbs up for the consistency. We have not missed a day yet since I started this. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I've been here doing this live stream, basically just giving you a little insight on where the market may possibly head just from a higher time frame. Once again, I'll explain it, and then as well I'll answer any questions or go over any charts, giving you possible opportunities on any of the pairs that you may trade or looking to trade in the future. So make sure you drop something in the chat if you do want to participate. That is highly appreciated. You do not have to, and once again, these live streams are published. They are posted onto my channel, so you don't have to necessarily get in or miss the information. You can rewatch it later, but let's go ahead and get started. So we start out on XAU USD from the monthly time frame when we last left off on Friday. This candle was pushing to the upside quite aggressively. Seeing possible areas the market may come into is right around in here from a monthly time frame. We are pushing up to the upside, even though we've had a big sell-off to the downside. If we look at the overall structure, we've been creating higher highs and higher lows, and we came to an area in the market that looks like it wants to go ahead and continue to make higher highs, or at least come retest some of this structure up in here. So we are pushing to the upside on the monthly, and if we do look at the weekly time frame, we've had the most common pattern in the market, which is just a simple impulse, break above some structure, come back, retest the structure, and continue to trend to make a higher high. We did get exactly that, and now we are starting the retracement. We do have a level in the market right in here that is previous structure resistance that has and is currently acting as support. And then if we do drop down to the daily time frame, you can see a little more in detail that we've had just the same thing over and over. Break above structure, come back, retest structure, break above structure, come back, retest structure. And we tried to make an attempt above these highs Friday, but then Sunday, Monday, we're starting to reject, where there still could be a possibility of seeing this market go ahead and tap into some of these monthly levels. But as it is right now, we've been rejected from these highs, not giving a favorable opportunity to go ahead and look for this move to the upside. But there could still be a possibility if we start to get some sort of continuation to the upside and some structure here that is broken. We could use that to look for possible moves back up into this area. Now we can go over XAG USD on the monthly time frame, pushing to the upside, looking to retest some of these levels up in here. If we drop down to the weekly time frame, you can see the weekly is pushing to the upside, completing the most common pattern in the market, which is just a simple impulse, breaking above some structure, coming back to retest the previous structure that was broken, and a continuation. From here, we could possibly see more retracements for more continuation to the upside, but that is on the weekly time frame. If we do drop down to the daily time frame, you can see the same things over and over. The most common pattern in the market: break above structure, come back, retest that structure, continue to the upside, break above structure, come back, retest that structure, continue to the upside, where we have created a higher high. We have not closed above the highs yet, but we did pop up above these highs and create a higher high. From here on XAG USD, if we do get the end of the impulse somewhere right around in here, and we start to see the retracement come into some of these obvious and favorable levels, we could look for a continuation to the upside using a TMCP1. Now, if we go to XBT USD on the monthly time frame, we are pushing to the upside on the monthly, but we're currently starting the monthly retracement. If we look at the weekly time frame, you can see on the weekly we've tried to push above but failed, and we are starting to come back for just a little bit consolidation, sideways movement. And then if we do drop down to the daily time frame, you can see this a little more details that we've been rejected from this area once, twice, but we've also been playing around this support level, or we came into this level multiple times and we've been rejected as well. So for a good probability on this market, it would be safe to say you want to see this market break out to either side, the up or the downside first, breaking these levels and then looking for possible opportunities. But just simply as it is now, if we start to get some daily retracements, daily structure made, there could be a possibility to go ahead and see this market create a higher high of the overall structure. Now if we go to US oil on the monthly time frame, we've been pushing to the downside, breaking and closing below some structure. We're continuing to push to the downside on the monthly time frame as well. If we look at the weekly time frame, we can see that we are below some weekly structure, so we could expect some more continuations to the downside if this level does hold. And then if we look at the daily time frame, you can see last we spoke about it, we've had this level in the market broken to the downside with this impulse broken and closed below. If we do get some sort of retracement back into some of these obvious levels, we could possibly see a continuation to the downside on this market. Now we can slide over to the Forex market, or we can speak about Euro USD, the most traded pair in the world. We're right at monthly support that should act as resistance, and we're failing to break above it, so we're having a little bit of trouble breaking and closing above this level. If we do look at the weekly time frame though, you can see that we did complete the most common pattern in the market: break above structure, come back for some retracement, retesting previous structure, continue to the upside to make a higher high. Now we didn't break and close above with these highs, but we did go ahead and tap into these highs up in here. And on the weekly, we're showing a weak retracement where we are still above some weekly resistance. And then on the daily time frame, you can see that we are in between this level and somewhat trapped between this level. If we do see a breakout above some of these levels, if a retracement comes, we could see an opportunity where this market could explode to the upside. Now GBP USD monthly time frame, pushing to the upside, retesting some previous structure, support over here that should act as resistance until broken and closed above. But as we are pushing to the upside on the monthly time frame, we can take a look on the weekly and see that we've had an explosion to the upside from the weekly time frame, breaking above all this structure with some strong candles. And now we're starting to get some weak retracement candles, some candles that does not signify that the market wants to go ahead and make an aggressive move to the downside, where we could see some sort of retracement to come retest some of these levels down in here for a continuation to the upside as well. But if we look at the daily time frame, you can see that we last pointed out that we had some daily resistance over on this area that should act as support, and from there we could see the continuation to the upside. From this, if we do still get a continuation to the upside, if you're not already in, you could see a retracement for more continuations on GBP USD. Now if you are already in, you should be risk-free on this market. Looks like there is a possible opportunity right around this level using our strategies. And if you would like to get access to the strategies that I use on a daily basis to profitably navigate the market and trade, go ahead and click the link in the description. It will take you right over to my page. I think there is some really good educational value over there for you. Seller Guru, what's up? Take profit for, what do you want to take profit for? I appreciate you in the stream. But if we do look at GBP USD from the daily time frame, you can see that there is just the most common pattern happening in the market over and over. We're breaking above structure, coming back for a retest, retesting previous structure, breaking above structure, coming back for a retest, retesting previous structure. From here, we want to see a break above structure, and then from there, same things over and over and over until the market proves us otherwise. So we can just look for more continuations to the upside on this market. We have AUD USD from the monthly time frame, and on the monthly time frame, spoken about it very, very heavily, is we have previous structure support right in here, where we want to see this act as resistance for more continuation to the downside, just simple market trend. If we do drop down to the weekly time frame, you can see that we are still above some weekly resistance right around this area. where it could hold the market for more continuation to the upside. Once again, these monthly candle will not close the way that it is. It will shift, spike up, spike down, turn bullish, turn bearish, and then until it does close, finally close, which if we look at the weekly time frame, we could see possible rejections from this area for more continuation to the upside. But if it does close below some of these levels and we drop down to the daily time frame, you can see that we're failing to break above these highs on several occasions. We're getting rejected. There could be a possibility where we break below some of these levels, come back for some retests, and they continue to the downside just from a monthly time frame perspective if we're just following the trend and the market structure. But here on the daily time frame, we would need to see levels in the market broken before this pair becomes interesting for me to trade. Now we can look at USD CAD. USD CAD on the monthly time frame. We're starting just the most common pattern in the market right here, currently witnessing it. This is a bullish pair on the monthly time frame. We're broken above several levels of structure, came back for the retest, retesting previous structure resistance, now acting as support, and then we want to see the continuation to the upside on the monthly time frame. If we do drop down to the weekly, you can see we are pushing up to the upside on the weekly. We've came into some of these levels in here, completing the weekly M pattern that does complete 80 to 90% of the time. We've got the neckline completion right around in here, where we could possibly see this push to the upside to complete this pattern, provide the continuation to see more movement to the upside as well. And then if we do drop down to the daily time frame of USD CAD, you can see that we are sitting right at previous structure resistance that should act as support once again. And then we're getting rejected from these highs currently as it is, but who knows what may happen over the next few days. If we do get a breakout above these levels, we could see a possible retracement come back for more continuations to the upside using a TMCP1. Now NZD USD on the monthly time frame, monthly broken and closed above some previous structure support that should act as support if retested once again, coming from the upside down to it. And if we do drop down to the weekly time frame, you can see that on the weekly we have made a move to the upside. It looks like we want to start the retracement as we've had a very aggressive climb up into some of these levels. And then on the daily time frame, you can see that we are right at these highs getting rejected, creating some sort of double top. If we do get rejected out of this area, we could see a possible move back down to retest some of these levels, creating a nice and easy pattern that we want to see complete at the neckline, which could provide more continuation to the upside for a higher high to be created. USD CHF monthly time frame pushing to the downside quite aggressively, came into previous structure support that should act as support once again. Then we are looking at the weekly time frame now, and on the weekly we are starting to break down below some of this monthly support. And if we do get the breakdown below, we could expect more continuations to the downside on this market. If we look at the daily time frame of USD CHF, what we can see is we're starting to have some weak movement to the downside though. If we do look at it, we're having a wedge pattern forming down in here, where we could see possible breakouts to the upside for a retest of some of this monthly, which was previous structure support that will act as resistance now. And that's from a daily time frame perspective. But if we do get the break down below some of these levels with a nice and easy impulse showing us the intent on a retracement to some of these probable levels, we could see the market continue to the downside on this market. Nothing really too interesting as of right now. And then if we do drop down to USD JPY on the monthly time frame, you can see we've came right into previous structure resistance that is now currently acting as support as we're getting rejected from these levels. Just simple market structure. We've been creating higher highs and higher lows on the monthly time frame. So until the market shows us otherwise, we could expect more of that. We are at a prime level where we could see an explosion to the upside on the monthly time frame, even though we've had a very aggressive sell-off. If we do look at the weekly time frame though, we are below some weekly structure, so we can't be looking for the buys yet until we clear some of these levels. But we are starting to come back and retest some of these levels. Now if we do look at the daily time frame though, on the daily time frame, what we want to see is more continuation to the downside Just simply put, from the market structure, we're down below some of this structure, come back, retest this structure once again for more continuations to the downside. But until it shows us that it wants to make this move to the downside by following the rules of the strategies that we use, we're not really interested in this market as of right now. We would still need to see some daily structure support right in here be broken before we start to look for opportunities to the upside. So right now, as it is, we could possibly just wait for this market to start creating some structure to the downside, some bearish structure, for an opportunity to look for this market to come retest some of these lows down in here. Nothing really too interesting as of right now. So we can go ahead and slide over to BTC USD. And on BTC USD Bitcoin, from the monthly time frame perspective, what we can see, keeping it real short, sweet, and consistent, is that we've had previous structure resistance right in this area, that we should expect some previous structure support. We've had the halving event that happened right around this area that exploded the market to the upside, and since then we've started to sell off, creating some bearish movement from the monthly time frame. And it's not until 2024 that the next halving event is supposed to come. So we are in a prime area to see just simple market structure work its magic, where we could still see more movement to the downside to come retest some of these levels before we start to see this move up going into 2024, where the next halving event is going to happen. And from there, we could possibly see the market retest some of these highs or continue to the upside to create an all-time high. Now, if we look at the weekly time frame of Bitcoin, though, what we can see is we've had a very aggressive impulse to the downside, and then we're starting some sort of retracement, weak retracement candles, which is ideal and set up for market structure to go ahead and continue to the downside. And then if we look at the daily time frame, we spoke about it several times over the last few live streams. So we are trapped in between some of these levels right in here. So we're just consolidating sideways until we get a breakout in either direction, showing us the intent of the market. There's no real high probable opportunities from the strategies that I use that I see. So nothing really too exciting on Bitcoin as of now, but that could change in the near future. So that is all we got for this live stream. Now, I did ask if a longer live stream or doing more pairs would be beneficial, and I asked you to put it in the chat or leave a comment letting me know. I didn't get anyone who requested it for them to be longer or for me to hit different pairs. So as of right now, until further notice, until you all let me know otherwise, I will just keep it the way that it is. But if you all would like longer streams with more possible pairs, just let me know and I can make that happen. But until then, we're just going to keep it short and sweet, go over the majors, a few commodities, hit some Bitcoin, some crypto, and then I will let you all be on your way. So, Seller Guru, take profit for what pair? You ain't got nothing for me. I appreciate you checking out the stream. If you don't feel comfortable hopping in the chat, asking any questions, that's okay as well. But if you do, I will be sure and more than happy to answer the questions you all have. I don't see too much activity or too many requests, so I'm gonna get up out of here. Hopefully everyone's had a profitable day on and off the charts. And until next time,